Alright, so tonight we're going to pick up where we left off with the Frozen Junior novel, Chapter 2. I think we skipped last night because Addie fell asleep. The castle's library was dark, but the king knew what he was looking for. An ancient book filled with knowledge from centuries past. When he found it, he pulled it from the shelf and quickly flipped through the pages to the section he needed. In it was a drawing of a troll, which seemed to be holding the northern lights in its hands. In front of the troll, a wounded human lay quiet and still, while the troll used the magic of the northern lights to heal him. The king turned the page and spotted a crumbling document tucked into the book. He carefully unfolded the yellowed map. I am reading the Elsa book, yes.
I see.
Honey, where are you going? It is the Elsa book.
But I want to see. It is.
No, that's not the page. We were on chapter 2. We were on the second page. Wasting no time, the king and queen threw on their cloaks, bundled up their daughters, and ordered that the horses be saddled. The royal family hurried away from the castle. The queen traveled on her own horse with Elsa, while the king held Anna in his arms. The horses thundered up the mountain path. Kristoff and Sven were walking down the rocky mountain path under... Addie, stop. You're moving the thing. Kristoff and Sven were walking down the rocky mountain path under the bright glow of the northern lights, but as the rumble of hooves filled the air, they moved aside, wary of the approaching horses. They watched the riders gallop past, leaving a trail of ice behind them. Curious, Kristoff and Sven followed the travelers to a ridge above the mountain valley. The two hid behind a rock and watched as the horses whined and came to a stop. The king and the queen dismounted. The king held the young girl to his shoulder. The queen held the hand of the slightly older girl. "Please help," the king cried out. "My daughter." The hillside appeared empty at first. Then a pile of rocks rolled down the hillside. Suddenly, the rocks unfolded themselves into legs and arms and stood up, revealing themselves to be small gray creatures. They weren't rocks at all. "Trolls," Kristoff whispered to Sven. At that moment, a rock next to Kristoff jumped up, turning into a short troll woman covered with moss. Her name was Bolda. "Shh," Bolda told Kristoff absently. "I'm trying to listen." Then, startled Bolda looked more closely at Kristoff, realizing for the first time that he was not a troll. Her face broke into a grin, and she reached out and gave Kristoff and Sven big hugs. "Cuties," she said, laughing. In the valley, the king stood with his daughters as Grandpappy, a very old troll, made his way through the crowd to gaze at the princesses. First, he looked at Elsa. Was she born with the powers or cursed? He asked. "Born," the king answered, "and they're getting stronger." The troll then turned his attention to Anna, who was still unconscious. "You are lucky it wasn't her heart that was struck," he noted. "The heart is not so easily changed, but the head can be persuaded." He paused. "We should remove all magic, even memories of magic, to be safe." The king nodded. "Do what you must," he said. With a gentle touch of his fingers, the troll pulled a series of glowing memories from little Anna's head. The memories hovered in the air as the troll transformed them into more sensible scenes. Instead of magical snowmen in the ballroom, Anna would now remember a winter scene in the courtyard. Instead of snowflakes in the hallway, she would remember snowflakes falling outside the window. All the magical moments she had shared with Elsa were gone, replaced with normal moments. The only remnant of her magical accident was the streak of white in her hair. "There," said Grandpappy. When he was finished, "she will remember the fun, but not the magic." "She won't remember that I have powers?" Elsa asked. "No," Grandpappy said. It is for the best, the king told her. Listen to me, Elsa, Grandpappy said. Your powers will only grow. There is beauty in it, but also great danger. As he spoke, the troll conjured up an image of an older Elsa in the sky. The image twirled gracefully, surrounded by beautiful snowflakes. Then, amid the northern lights, the snowflakes turned into sharp spikes. The specter of a crowd joined Elsa in the sky. The people used the icy spikes as weapons, attacking Elsa's glowing effigy. You must learn to control your power, Grandpappy continued. Fear will be your enemy. The king hugged Elsa close. We'll protect her, he promised. We'll lock the gates, we'll reduce the staff, and we'll keep her powers hidden from everyone, including Anna. Chapter 3. We'll do that one tomorrow. I love you. I love you.
Mommy didn't get pictures.
Well, there's no pictures in these pages. But we can find the pictures, right? They were at the end. Let me see. I know you like pictures, but this book doesn't have pictures on all the pages. Oh, there's the pictures.
Yeah.
They're there.
Yeah, my mommy watched them. But we don't read those pictures.
Let me see. I can't even zoom in. Oh, yeah, I can. We can try the pictures. If you don't want to read the novel, we can just do the pictures tomorrow.
But we remember to right now.
Oh, honey, well, it's late now. I already read a chapter. And this is just acting stupid. All right, good night.